Welcome back to another short Legacy League where we have Blue Moon versus Shops. No, it's not Shops. It's Forecast. I mean, it's like Legacy Shops, but not, because it doesn't have shops in it. But it does have Patchwork Automaton. So there's that. This is actually Forecast, which is different than Shops and or Acast because it only has 4 of the cast type effects on there. I was going to cut this, but fuck it, here we are. So, yep, we got a bobble going on. Corey's going to shuffle his cards in his hand, and then Michael's going to roll a dice and just set one down at 6, and just kidding. And what's he going to show? It's going to be a ponder. All right. So, lots of interaction here in this game. One from Blue Moon versus Forecast, not Shops. So, yep. All right. Corey playing out the Scalding Tarn there. Gonna fetch and get a thing and then do a ponder. Awesome. So these two decks are very interesting. Everyone's seen the Acast deck, and Corey played the Blue Moon deck previously. Some noteworthy things in the Blue Moon deck that he has is 2 Bone Crusher Giants, not Diets. Apparently it's my first day doing this, so yep. It's got 3 Blood Moons main deck, i.e. the Blue Moon name on the deck. There's a Chalice on 1. 2 Thought Scours for whatever fucking reason. It is playing 4 Murktides, so I guess Thought Scours are to pump that up a little bit more, maybe. Yeah, it is what it is. So here we have an exciting game of, grab ass and whodunit kind of thing. Corey's gonna Chalice check Michael on that, and yep, cool beans. On the Blue Forecast deck, instead of Acast, as you can imagine, it does only run 2 Thoughtcasts and 2 Thought Monitors, i.e. that's where it gets the 4 from. 3 Kappa Cannoneers, 1 Sai, 3 Emeries, 4 Patchwork Automatons, Shadow Spear, and 2 Nettlecysts, which are absolute bangers. Especially in this type of deck, and also in the vintage stuff that I've been learning how to play. It's really good because it not only counts artifacts, it also counts enchantments. And for anybody who's living under a rock, Urza Saga is also an enchantment, so it also counts that. So that's pretty good. The Patchwork Automatons are very hard to deal with as well, with them having the that bullshit that they have on there. What is it called? Let me look and see. Ward 2 colorless. Much like the Kappa Cannoneers, its bigger brother having Ward 4 colorless mana, which is impossible to fucking deal with for the most part, especially when it comes down on like turn 1, turn 2. Speaking of the devil and he arrives, there it is with the Kappa Cannoneer. So Corey's gonna have a tough time working through this with 1 land. Michael slowly killing himself with those ancient tombs, but I think that he is in the driver's seat here. Corey draws a card and passes right back because that's what a 1 land would do. Michael's rolled up with 2 Force of Wills in his hand. It's going down to 8. He's going to play. There's that Patchwork Automaton. So now Corey has 2 different things he has to deal with no mana to do it with. We'll see a trigger on that Kappa Cannoneer and an attack for, I believe that is 5, because that Kappa comes in. It's a 4/4. Gets +1/+1 on itself when it comes in for some god unknown reason. And then every time he casts a artifact, it gets another +1/+1. Corey cheering that he finally finds a Murktide Regent just to be force-willed by Mike and to burst his bubble. And we'll see if... oh, no, wait. We've got something else happening here. It's a Metallic Rebuke, which is super feel-bad. Corey does not have a Force Will in his hand, I guess. We'll see an Urza Saga. That comes into play. It doesn't trigger the Automaton, but I think there's enough damage here on the board to do him in. We'll see a mana floated from the Mox Opal, and then just another Opal. That'll trigger the Automaton and the Kappa Cannoneer, giving each of them +1/+1. And that's probably going to do it here. Corey has 1 turn to figure this out after these attacks. So looks like we've got 7, 8, 9 damage coming across, putting Corey down to 2. And it's not looking great for the, I wouldn't say the home team, unless we consider the left side the home side. which we probably could at this point. Maybe put a little H up there on the left. Corey draws a Force of Will just in time to concede, and we'll see you in game number 2. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Welcome back to game number 2. In the more fashionable sense, both players have kept 7 Corys on the play, leading off on a Venice Island and a Ponder. Very exciting gameplay in the beginning here. See if Corey likes what he sees off the top or if he's going to shuffle it around. He does enjoy shuffling his cards in his hand around, so maybe he'll just shuffle for fun. Long pause, and he's doing some things there, and holding my breath. Maybe I should have edited this out since it's taken so long. Still thinking about it. I can't imagine what he's thinking about. Alright, he likes what he sees, and he is just going to put one on top and draw a card. It looks like he drew a land. Very exciting Ponder there. Let's see if Michael can do something equally as exciting on his turn 1. Nope, just some, well, we got some card shuffling there. We've got a bobble. We've got a blue thingy. That's an Aether Spellbomb. It's not really blue. I guess it's an artifact that requires blue. We're going to take a peek at the top card of Corey's library and pass it back over to them. Michael's not going to forget that draw trigger and get it going. All right, so we've got a Brazen Borrower hand. Looks like a land, a Lightning Bolt. There's that land we were talking about. Something else. Oh, it's an EE. So that's exciting. He could play an EE for 0 and wipe up these constructs when they are made, which is pretty cool. It's a shame that EE doesn't blow up everything and less than. It just blows up equal to, so he can't take out like the spell bomb along with the constructs, which is, I mean, I guess good game design, because otherwise it'd be ridiculous. Corey taking a sweet ass time here, trying to decide what he's gonna do, and shuffles some cards around his hand, scratches his head. And still, yep, all right, there's that EE on 0. So no sunburst from Corey there, and he's just going to leave that out to clean up the floor on those constructs when it becomes time. Michael gives it the old thumbs up there, and he's going to untap and draw. Let's see what he has here. That Saga goes up to 2. He's got a basic island. Oh, there's an Ancient Tomb, like they've always got it. And now he can make constructs pretty willy-nilly, and we'll see a fetch from Corey here. For whatever reason, I didn't cut this either. So my mistake. I guess I got a little lazy here, or I didn't notice that he was fetching when I was scrubbing through the video ahead of time, but it is there now. Alright, beautiful cut from Mike, and we'll see a draw from Corey, and it looks like a Force of Will was drawn. We've got a Steam Vents in the hand, just in case we want an extra Volcanic, but he is only running 3 Volcanics and 1 Steam Vent. So maybe, I don't know why he's doing that. Maybe so it doesn't get surgical extracted or something along those lines. So he's always got blue-green or blue-red mana. But here we are. All right, we've got 3 mana in play now. We got a Snappy Boy in hand as well as a Lightning Bolt. There's that construct we were all expecting to see show up. That is not the correct construct. We're going to dig and find some constructs there. They're in this pile somewhere. If only they looked in the orange box and found the quick movers, then he wouldn't be digging as hard as he is. But he does find some wonky constructs, and we're on our way. So, and here's construct number 1, 2 damage taken to Michael, and we're going to draw again. And we'll see a trigger on this Saga, and he'll make another construct. Just notice that he's using the wrong dice. Super excited about that as well. But, you know, if only there were some gigantic dice on his left-hand side for him to look at. But no biggie. We'll see another construct come out right here. And he'll take another 2 life off that Ancient Tomb any second. Now, there's another construct. All right. And then we'll see a trigger and a a fetch for a 0 or 1 mana, or 1 CMC artifact. So usually cut this out too. Forgot it as well. So you guys are stuck listening to me babble on about this. Don't worry, there's only about 8 minutes left in this video. So you're almost there. There's a Shadow Spear coming out of Michael's library there. He's not really in command of this game at the moment. Corey does have that EE on 0, so he can blow up these 2 constructs and reset the board. And he does have a Snapcaster as well that he can also deploy. So we'll see what Corey has here for Mike. Or Mike has for Corey is probably the better question. So a pass, no, maybe. All right, here's an attack. We're going to see this Engineer Explosive go off, or is Corey going to take the 4? I think you take the 4 here. Not really seeing a reason to bolt unless... I mean, he could bolt 1, Brazen Borrower the other, and then clear the board. But not quite sure. Yeah, he takes the 4 damage and then EEs anyway. Not sure why, but I'm sure he has his own reasons for that. We'll see a bolt at instep and then a draw. We're probably going to see a Snapcaster here with another lightning bolt and put some pressure on the board as well. So not much going on Mike's side. There's Seed of the Synod. We're going to take a peek at Corey's hand here, which is a Snapcaster, a Force of Will, a Brazen Borrower, and an Unholy Heat. And let's see what Mike picks. Probably going to Murktide? Yes, I remember from editing. Alright, cool. Anyway, pass the turn. Let's see what Corey does here. I'm going to bet it's a Snapcaster and a Bolt. He's thinking about it. There it is. We're going to target that bolt, and we're going to bolt Michael's face, and that'll put him down to 10. So we've got some good pressure on the board here. Mike's on a 5-turn clock now. See if he can turn it around. Draw from Corey. And what do we have? Another island. Does have the Force Will in hand. We're really just going to have to fade a whatchamacallit here. A Saga. Corey definitely needs to find a Blood Moon or something to turn all this bullshit off. But there's a Saga that he's not fading. Let's see what else Mike has to offer here. Looks like it's going to be a Lotus Petal and another Lotus Petal. He's going to take 2 damage here and play a Nettle Cyst. Alright, we've got a Nettle Cyst in play. Again, we talked about that before. Counts all artifacts and enchantments in play. So it will bring out a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Germ, which is pretty good. The other nice thing about the Nettle Cyst is it doesn't cost a lot to equip. So that definitely, I think it only costs 2 to equip. So that's not a lot to equip. I mean, Batterskull costs 3 to equip, but it does have Lifelink and Vigilance. But still, only 2 mana to equip that over to another creature is really good. So we got a Force Negation here from Mike on the Petty Theft. A hard cast Force Negation at that. Jeez Louise. That's some magic right there. Corey contemplating his life here. He's got a Force Will to Murktide that he could throw at that, which wouldn't be a bad idea, but I guess... I mean, especially with that Spell Bomb on the table, the Murktide just gets bounced right back, and that's that kind of thing. And he draws another Force Will as well, so maybe 1 turn too early on that. We'll see an attack for 2. Nettle Cyst could block, and then Corey has Unholy Heat to finish that off. He has Instant Sorcery, Artifact. It looks like he has the thing that you need for that, right? Unholy Heat, Delirium. Yeah, he has Delirium. That thing's only a fucking... It's not even a 6/6. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6/6. Yeah, why didn't he just fucking kill that anyway before the block? He had Delirium, he had Artifact, Instant, sorcery land. That's Delirium, right? So, yeah, maybe a misplay on Corey's side on that. But, yeah, whatever. Alright, I got another Ancient Tomb come out of Mike, and then a Mox Opal. He can power up a creature here. But he's got to get that Murktide off the board, because it is a 5/5 at the moment. I think he just waits till his turn to do it, and he also gets to draw. Well, he doesn't get to draw a card, too. He just one or the other. Force of Will, a land, and looks like another Force of Will. Tough beats for Corey here. He was in the driver's seat there for a minute, and then may have just lost it here. Double Force in hand with enough mana to hardcast one, but there's going to be a construct coming out this turn that's going to be equipped up with the Nettle Cyst and with the Spear. So we'll see a bounce on that. No way to recast that this turn with nothing in the graveyard. It's 5, 6. I think he needs 7 mana for a Murktide. Yeah, he does. So one shy on that. It's kind of tough. Alright, let's see what's going to happen here. Not much Corey has going on. 2 forces and a Murktide in hand. He can't cast any of those. Michael can make a construct to end a turn and again equip it up with the Shadow Spear and the Nettle Cyst to bring this home. So that'll make this a 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5, 6, and then 7, and then gets an artifact that's 8. Corey fetching just in case the Saga wants to make or go get a Pithing Needle and name Misty Rainforest. But I think this game's over because that Nettle Cyst is going to make that construct twice the size, as well as the Shadow Spear is going to give it +1/+1 and lifelink, and there's another artifact. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 artifacts, and that'll be a 16/16, and then add on the Nettle Cyst, or not the Nettle Cyst, but the 17/17 with lifelink. That's pretty fucking gross. So yeah, 17/17 lifelinker with trample as well. And if this attacks, then this game is, how you say, over. So 17 coming across the Corey's at 12. I believe that will add up to dead. So let's see. Nope. All right. Thanks for watching. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.